Sous vide is a really good cooking method to showcase the freshness and to kind of lightly cook vegetables to a really good consistency and tenderness and texture that you can't get from a lot of other cooking methods. Yo, don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out a lot. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna set your circulator to 180. While that's heating up, you're gonna prep your asparagus. You're first gonna cut off the fibrous ends. So you might have to go a little bit higher than you would on a green asparagus, just because the ends of the white asparagus can have a little bit tougher texture. So we're gonna remove that. If you're OCD like me, you can cut them all the same size. I'm gonna serve it into a salad, so I just want it to look very sharp. After you've removed the fibrous ends, then we're gonna peel the outside. If you look close, you can see that the outside is much more tough than when you peel it and you get that silky interior. We want that silky texture since we're gonna sous vide it. It's a little more prep work involved than green asparagus, but that's all right. Toss it in a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. You can use black pepper or white pepper, really whatever you wanna do. Vacuum seal that, and you're gonna place it in your water bath. Make sure it's fully submerged for 20 minutes. And then you're going to check it. And the way that you check it is you press your finger on it. You should barely be able to leave an impression with your finger. If you can't make an indent at all and it still feels too raw, put it back in for another 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the size of your asparagus. Because the asparagus is really white, I thought of it as a canvas for color, which is why I made this herb pea stew, herb pesto, salsa verde, whatever you want to call it. It's a mixture of mint, parsley, cilantro, a little bit of walnuts, garlic, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Simple ingredients, simple preparations, but it's very stunning on the plate. Hey, I'm Shibumi Jones. Nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you found this episode useful. Whenever you got time, please check out my tasting menu videos. Those are my favorite. Nah, seriously, those are my favorite. So when you have a minute, don't forget to check that out. Boiling takes away some of the flavor. Roasting and pan frying, that gives a really nice caramelization. If you just really want asparagus that's just very asparagus-y, I would say sous vide is your way to go for asparagus. White asparagus versus green asparagus. There's a lot of differences because the white asparagus is grown in the dark, so it doesn't ever develop any pigment. The flavor of green asparagus, people compare that to a mix between broccoli and mushrooms. Flavor of white asparagus, I would describe that as very nutty, almost like a sesame oil peanut sort of flavor. Very, very nutty. As far as texture, there's a little bit more prep involved. It's not quite as tender to begin with as the green asparagus, so that's why we're gonna break off the fibrous ends and we're going to peel it just so we can get that soft, silky interior and we're not dealing with the rough outsides.